right, welcome to Refuse to Lose. This is the debut of our weekend special. I got three superstars with me. I got Tyrone Parker, Donnell Blackwell, and Garris. How y'all doing today, fellas?
And I'm doing good. Let's get it.
Doing great.
Good. Let's get it.
Let's get it. All right, like they said, let's get it. Let's get straight into the first topic. All right, so we got to start off the show talking about the Dallas Cowboys, right? So the Dallas Cowboys beat the Carolina Panthers 36-28. Ezekiel Elliott had 143 yards and a TD, while Dak Prescott threw for 4 touchdowns. Right? The Cowboys been 3-0 since losing to the Bucs in their season opener. 2 of the 3-1 teams, their only loss are to the Dallas Cowboys, y'all. And those 2 teams are the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers. So, Donnell, I'm gonna start with you. Are the Cowboys Super Bowl contenders?
At this very moment, yes, the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders. They had the number 2 rush offense in the league. If they could sustain that rushing attack with Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott, I don't see them losing the game. If you notice, when they run the ball more than they throw the ball, they have 27-0. Dak Prescott is a great quarterback, but he's a quarterback that should be limited to throwing the ball 25 times a game, no more than that. If you look at the Buccaneers game, Dak Prescott threw the ball 50-something times, and he had turnovers. When you bring that passing down to at least 25 to 30 attempts, he's one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league right now. But the number 2 rush offense, that's all they got to lean on. Get a ball to Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott, and there's no reason they should run away with the NFC East. There's no reason they shouldn't be in the playoffs.
I'm going to say no. That's because the passing defense, they allowing over 300 yards a game. So they're on track to almost over 5,000 yards this season. So I don't see them going. I see them making it to the playoffs. That's because they're in the NFC East. But when going to Super Bowl, no, I don't see that happening.
I do at this moment see the Cowboys as Super Bowl contenders. And I'm going to just talk about the defense a little bit. The defense has consistently been making turnovers. Now, if it was like 1 or 2 weeks, you can say, oh, that's luck, that's fluke. It's just football. They won't be able to keep it going. But from week 1 to week 4, they have 8 turnovers, which I believe is second in the NFL. Trayvon Diggs has 5 picks. You can say, well, Trayvon's not going to be able to consistently keep that up. Well, people probably been saying Trayvon's not going to be able to catch a pick in every game from week 1 to week 4, but he's done it. So that Cowboys defense, yes, teams kind of been moving the ball on it, but if you can't score, then all you're doing is just wasting the clock, and the Cowboys are going to go score. They have a high-powered offense. You're just killing the clock to get the ball back to them for them to go score on you. So, and to piggyback on the Dak Prescott thing, we all know Dak is really good. And we all know when Amari Cooper is high, he's high. You can be inconsistent at times, but when he's hot, Amari Cooper is hot. CD, we know CD can be good, but there's also a bad CD who will drop passes. Zeke, I think a lot of people owe Zeke an apology. Dak went down week 5, teams loaded the box against the Cowboys last year, and dared whoever was the quarterback to beat them. Zeke still was close to 1,000 yards with all that. He was like 40 yards short of 1,000. I mean, and people were saying Zeke lost a step. I think those same people need to eat those words because Zeke looks really good. Now, Tony Pollard is more explosive than Zeke, but Zeke is still a really good back. With all that being said, I do believe the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders. That doesn't mean they're going to win it. That don't even mean they are going to officially go. It just means they're up there for a team that can possibly make it in the NFC.
And to piggyback on the defensive comments, Dallas is missing their best defensive lineman. They're missing their best linebacker, and they're missing their best safety. Yeah, we want to say the rookie Michael Parsons is the best linebacker. I wouldn't give him that title on that team yet due to the fact that he's a rookie. He's sensational. He's great. But Keanu Neal, when we picked him up, there was a great sign in that linebacker. He's back this week. Look for him to make plays. DeMarcus Lawrence, best run stop on the defensive line. When he get back, the defensive line is just going to solidify itself. Donovan Wilson, a lot of guys don't know his name, but he's the Cowboys' best safety. He comes back this week as well. Look for him to make plays at safety. And to touch on Donovan Wilson, if anybody know him, Last year, Donovan Wilson led our team in interceptions. He was the guy creating turnovers toward the end of the year. So you bring him back and you match him with Trayvon Diggs, we got a pretty solid defense, man.
I also want to talk about Keanu Neal for a second, because I feel like a lot of people forget that Keanu Neal was really good at safety for the Falcons for a couple of years. That the versatility of Keanu Neal, that you can put him down in the box. You can put him at safety. He can cover. Keanu Neal is a very good piece to that Cowboys defense. He's very, like I said, he's very versatile. Now, I want to also talk about DeMarcus Lawrence. DeMarcus Lawrence, yes, he's really good, but he hasn't been playing up to par ever since he signed that contract. And there might be a debate for the best lineman on that Cowboys line with Randy Gregory balling the way that Randy Gregory has been balling. I don't know if people remember, but Randy Gregory was a head case coming out of Nebraska. That's why he dropped in the draft. The Cowboys took a chance on him, and it looked like that chance might be paying off. So just wanted to throw that out there, that it might be a new debate on who that best lineman is.
I would say Randy Gregory. Randy Gregory may be the best pass rusher we got. But all-around lineman, I'm still going to go DeMarcus Lawrence. He's great in the run game, and he can rush the pass as well.
And what you were saying down there about injuries, if the Carolina Panthers would have McCaffrey and it would have Horn, guess what? They would have probably beat y'all. So,
yeah, but I'm not saying our injuries are holding us back from winning. Our injuries are holding us back from being a better defense.
But the injury hurt me from running on y'all because, like I said, y'all let people run 4.7 yards a rush against y'all. Y'all only people only rush against y'all like 17 times. So do you actually think that Panthers will only ran 17 times against y'all? They have McCaffrey. No.
It doesn't matter whether they're running 17 times or not. They still got to score the ball.
I get what he's saying though.
I get
Chris McCaffrey is a game changer.
But they do score the ball on y'all. Y'all allowed 24 points a game.
We also score more than them. So
31. I don't think y'all can continue scoring 31 points a game. I don't see that.
We got one of the best offenses in the league. We're going to continue to score 31 points a game. Maybe not in the division because those games are always tight. But outside division, for guys that don't got tape on us all the time, we're going to continue to score 30 points a game. I
do want to say that Carolina Panthers score was kind of skewed because a couple of them touchdowns, I believe, came in garbage time when the Cowboys were like up to 17. Yeah, it was 17 points. So like they scored 2 garbage time touchdowns to help skew that 24 points per game. But I mean, the Bucs scored 31. The Chargers scored 17, and I can't remember who it was that y'all played besides the Panthers and what they scored. But I do want to say that 28 points probably pushed it to 24. It probably skewed it.
It was Philly and they scored 21.
It was who? Philly?
Yeah. Oh,
that's why, because I fell asleep on that game because the Cowboys dominated that game and Philly probably scored garbage touchdowns in that one too.
Philly had garbage touchdowns. The only team that actually scored was Tampa Bay.
Yeah, like I said, the Cowboys dominated that Philly game. Yeah, I fell asleep at halftime. That's how dominant it was. I knew after like 3-4 possessions, Philly ain't got no chance.
All right, great, awesome. So look, the Cowboys in turnovers, they actually are second with 10 turnovers behind the Bills, who have 11. And Zeke is back. Zeke is 4th in the league in rushing right now. So the Cowboys are looking pretty good right now. So, all right, that's it for our first segment. We're going to roll into our second one. We're going to do a commercial first. Now after the commercial, we're going to talk about the AFC North, or who's the beast of the AFC North. So stick around. We see you guys after the commercial. Hey, I hope you're enjoying the show. Now, before we continue with the show, I need you to do a few things for me. Number 1, like this video. Very easy. Click the like button. Number 2, subscribe. Very easy also. Hit the subscribe button. Number 3, something else is easy. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified next time we put out a video. Number 4, click the share button and share it to someone who you think would like this video. And last but not least, most important, continue enjoying the show. All right, so the first topic was good. Now we're going to our second topic. Let's jump right into it. So look, the AFC North is one of the 2 divisions with 3 teams that are at least 3-1. Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns, and the Cincinnati Bengals. Believe it or not, the Cincinnati Bengals are number 1 with the tiebreaker. So look, Tyrone, after 4 weeks of the season, who do you think is going to win this division?
After 4 weeks, even though I'm a Ravens fan, I'm going to be honest with myself, I say Cleveland because they got the number 1 rushing offense, number 3 defense, number 3 rushing defense, number 3 passing defense. So, yeah, I say Cleveland right now.
All right. So my pick, even though I'm a Ravens fan, I'm going to still go with the Ravens because in Lamar, I trust. Lamar Jackson consistently has no weapons, but still find ways to win games. Even when sometimes our weapons look like weapons, they'll revert a week or two later. Hollywood, he caught a nice touchdown against the Broncos, dropped 3 passes. Sammy Watkins, who's been looking better than we expected, dropped 4 or 5 balls already. It's week 4. So Lamar is who I trust in. He leads the AFC North in passing yards, which people probably wouldn't believe me. Our defense is finally getting an identity now that, we lost Marcus Peters. We lost a couple pieces. Deshaun Elliott, I don't know when he'll be back. But we're finally getting an identity. We're blitzing less. We're dropping more so into zones. And at times, we're not blitzing just a blitz like the Ravens used to do. We're now blitzing with strategy. We might blitz when you don't expect it. Or, like I said, it's just more strategic. It's not just, we're playing the Ravens. They're going to blitz. It's more strategic. So, like I said, with the defense coming together, Lamar being a great quarterback, we got to get Ronnie Stanley back on the O-line. And to be 3-1 right now is really good. And we get Rashad Bateman back, if not this week, next week. So, I got the Ravens.
Great point, Carl. And I'm going to go with Baltimore, too. And I'm going to go with Baltimore all because of the Lamar effect. Lamar Jackson, he scores. He puts the ball in the end zone, whether it's on the ground, whether it's in the air. I wanted to go Cleveland, but after last week, seeing when OBJ came back, Baker Mayfield showed us who he really was. As long as he got a diva on the outside at receiver, Baker Mayfield cannot be successful. He's too worried about getting OBJ the ball, and that's going to hurt their offense. They got the best defense in the league. With that offense, I don't see them outscoring Baltimore. Baltimore has the number 1 scoring offense in that division. And Pittsburgh, I don't see Pittsburgh even contending for the division due to the fact that I think they're a shell of themselves. They're leaning on Big Ben too much, and he's not the same quarterback that he used to be. As far as Cincinnati, I just don't think I think they're too young. Joe Burrow, I don't think he can handle what's getting ready to come within the next few weeks. The season will get tougher for him. His opponent's going to get tougher. Everybody going to start playing. I looked at this season, the first 4 weeks, as a preseason. And I believe in that division, Baltimore got it.
To piggyback on Warren with Lamar just scoring the ball, it's that Greg Roman needs to realize that, yes, we can run the ball, but the ball needs to mostly be in Lamar's hands. If you watch the Broncos game, our first, 2-3 drives, we were running, not really putting the ball in Lamar's hands. And then Greg Roman was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to put the ball in Lamar's hand. Let's see what Lamar do. And then the offense started moving up and down the field on that number 2 ranked defense. It looked real easy once Lamar was able to, do his thing, run the option, throw the ball. The offense started clicking. We got to put the ball in Lamar's hands. I understand you have to establish a regular run with the Ravens. You have to call it a regular run because, read option ain't really regular. But you have to put the ball in Lamar's hands and let him do his thing.
Facts.
All right, great. Awesome. So the Ravens, their next 3 opponents, right? Their third opponent coming up is the Bengals. They will be playing the Bengals 3 weeks from now. So we'll see. Right now, the Bengals are number 1 right now with a tiebreaker beating the Steelers. But we'll see with the Ravens and the Browns coming up. All right. So great job on that topic. So move on to the next topic after our commercial break. Are the Cardinals a team to beat? Find out after the break. Hey, I hope you're enjoying the show. Now, before we continue with the show, I need you to do a few things for me. Number 1, like this video. Very easy. Click the like button. Number 2, subscribe. Very easy also. Hit the subscribe button. Number 3, something else is easy. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified next time we put out a video. Number 4, click the share button and share it to someone who you think would like this video. And last but not least, most important, continue enjoying the show. All right, what a great topic we just went over. Let's get to the next topic. So, The Arizona Cardinals defeated the Los Angeles Rams 37-20, which broke their 8-game losing streak against their division rival. The Cardinals are 4-0, being the only undefeated team in the NFL. The Cardinals are number 1 in offensive yards per game and points per game, led by the MVP frontrunner Kyler Murray. So, Carl, are the Arizona Cardinals the best team in the NFL?
All right. So if you want to ask me if the Cardinals are the best team because of their record, yes. But if you're going to ask me, are the Cardinals the best team in the NFL? I'm going to say no. And my answer, the Kansas City Chiefs. And here's why. 1, there is not another team where you can say arguably they have 4 of the best at each position. They have arguably the best quarterback. Some people argue Tyreek might be the best receiver. Travis Kelce, I don't even think it's arguable the best tight end in the league. And Honey Badger is arguably the best safety in the league, right? So that's 4 players at 4 different positions, right? 2, I'm not betting against Mahomes. Mahomes, yes, he threw 4 picks against the Chargers, but it's a divisional game where that game is always close in early weeks. Other than that, 14 touchdowns. I mean, need I say more? I think he leads the NFL in touchdowns. I can't name too many teams that's going to beat the Chiefs in a shootout. And let's talk about the Cardinals for a second. I watched the Cardinals and Vikings. Kyler Murray should have thrown them out of that game. The Vikings missed the field goal at the end of that game that would have won it. The Jaguars. Cliff Kingsbury, bonehead decision to kick a 68-yarder before the half. Jamal, I don't know if people know who Jamal Agnew is, but he played in Detroit, and he's an excellent return man. He takes it 108 yards, scores before the half. Jags are up 14-7 at the half. And the Cardinals don't get the lead back until Byron Murphy catches the pick 6. Kyler scores that first drive, doesn't score it again at all. They don't dominate. He doesn't score the rest of that first half, not at all. He doesn't score the rest of that first half. The Cardinals did not dominate the Jags like the best team in the NFL should dominate the Jags. The Jags were actually, like I said, up at half, and I was actually nervous that the Jags might pull it out. Now, the Cardinals did dominate the Titans, and I won't discount that win by saying the Titans lost to the Jets because they didn't have Julio or A.J. Brown. And they did dominate the Rams, which was a good win. But if you want to really be real, like I said, not too many teams are beating the Chiefs in a shootout. I don't even have the Cardinals beating the Chiefs in a shootout. So for as bad as that defense is, all that defense needs is 1 or 2 stops, and Mahomes can get the dub or should get the dub.
So I'm a piggyback off of what Carl said. Do I think Arizona the best team in the league? No. I think Arizona is the hottest team in the league. Kansas City, best team in the league, hands down. Even though their record stands at 2-2, they still put up points. I mean, it's the Mahomes effect. Just like the Lamar effect, it's the Mahomes effect. It's the Tyreek Hill effect. It's the Travis Kelce effect. I mean, Kansas City got guys with no names that Mahomes are making names for. You know what I'm saying? Arizona, they hot because they're playing all around ball right now. They're playing good football. They're playing team football. They have an amazing backfield in Chase Edmonds and James Conner. Kyler Murray, he's looking like an MVP candidate at times. And then at times he looked like just Kyler Murray, just a normal Kyler Murray. But best team in the league, no. Hottest team in the league, yes.
I go different both of y'all. I say yes. One, because the only weakness they got is their rushing defense. That's the only weakness they got. Kyler Murray's leading Mahomes in passing yards. And then his team just better. Point blank period.
I don't know if that passing yard stat is correct. I have to Google that, but I don't think that's correct.
Mahomes is down by like about 50 yards compared to Kyler Murray.
Okay. Oh, well, if that's true, Mahomes is also up on Kyler Murray by 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's because he got to score all the touchdowns because his defense sucks.
I mean, that's true. But, I mean, Kyler Murray will throw a boneheaded pick to let your team right back in the game.
That is true.
So, like I said, for as bad as that defense just needs 1 or 2 stops. And if they're going against Kyler Murray might hand it to him.
And we could say stats all day long between Kyler Murray and Patrick Mahomes. But when it comes to putting points on the board, there's no stopping Kansas. If Kansas City wants to score, they're going to score. You cannot stop Kansas City from scoring if they want to score.
And we're not even talking about the fact that they just signed Josh Gordon. They've been struggling to find a number 2 receiver. As hot as that offense is, they've been struggling to find a number 2. And Josh Gordon just falls in their lap.
But Josh Gordon ain't played in like for 50 years.
It don't matter. It's Mahomes. Mahomes going to find ways, and Andy Reid going to find ways to make him look like the old Josh Gordon. All they got to do is just show up.
It's Mahomes, and I was about to say, Josh Gordon, he may be a shell of himself, but we talking about Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes.
And then for Kansas City, all you got to do is stop Tyreek Hill. You stop him, they got nobody to pass to.
But can you stop him?
Yeah,
I'm about to say, that's been the game.
Can you stop him? That's the name of the game.
That's been the game plan for how long? It ain't working. It ain't happened yet.
Wasn't game plan last game.
Yeah. But I'm saying, even we stopped Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce killed us. And we had to, like I said, get lucky, accidentally force a fumble to win the game.
And Patrick Mahomes, he take a negative play and he make it a positive play off of something that you would never see on the football field unless he's doing it.
Yeah, man. It's hard for me to bet against Mahomes. Like I said, if you want to say the Cardinals the best team because they got the best record, fine, that's cool. I give you that. But if you asking me who I think is the best team, who has the best chance to win the Super Bowl, I can't bet against Mahomes.
Facts.
Awesome. All right, that was our most active round right there. All right, that was very entertaining, very good. All right, so we got to go to our last commercial break, and we come back. We're gonna hit y'all with 3 topics in a row. So make sure y'all stick around to y'all the commercial. Hey, I hope you're enjoying the show. Now, before we continue with the show, I need you to do a few things for me. Number 1, like this video. Very easy. Click the like button. Number 2, subscribe. Very easy also. Hit the subscribe button. Number 3, something else is easy. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified next time we put out a video. Number 4, click the share button and share it to someone who you think will like this video. And last but not least, most important, continue enjoying the show. All right, so we are down to our last 3 topics, last 3 questions back to back. All right, so to kick us off, I'm gonna ask this first question. We are leading up to week 5 of the NFL season. All right, so I'm gonna ask you, Donnell, who will have the best performance this week?
This question has stumped me, man. I don't know who's going to have the best performance, but I believe Kansas City needs to have the best performance. Their defense needs to step up, and they need to reassert themselves as the top dog of the AFC. That's it. That's all.
Best performance, that is a hard question. I'd say the best performance probably going to be the Giants because they're playing against a sorry secondary. So, yeah, Giants.
All right, for me, I'm going to stay in the NFC. I picked the Vikings against Detroit. The reason why I picked that is because we know who Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson are. You do not know who Amani Oruwariye, the cornerback for the Lions, don't know who he is. It's not that good. You have a beat-up secondary. They lost Akuda. Quentin Dunbar's no longer with the team, hasn't been with the team since preseason. You don't know really anybody on that line secondary. I like Tracy Walker. He's cool. But you have Tyler Conklin at tight end, Adam Thielen. Kirk Cousins has been playing better than people expected. You have Justin Jefferson, who's beginning the end zone basically every week. Dalvin Cook running the ball. It's going to be tough for Detroit to stop Minnesota. So I believe it's in Minnesota too. Minnesota 1-3 desperately needs a win. And give me Minnesota to have the best performance this week.
And the Tyrone, to your point, that's a division game. I don't think the Giants is going to have the best performance this week due to the fact that that's a division game. Them teams see each other twice a year. It's tape out there. They know what's going on. That's going to be a tough fought game.
And to your point about the Chiefs defense, man, Josh Allen going to throw you a pick. You just got to catch it when they get there.
Yeah, that's why I said their defense needs to reassert themselves, and they need to reassert themselves as the top dog in the AFC.
Yeah, I have Honey Badger having a really good game this week.
Awesome. Hey, you know Warren's gonna rebuttal on the Giants comment. you already know Donnell was gonna do that. And then but Captain Kirk been playing great, and it's been unnoticed. You know, he's been one of the best quarterbacks in the league so far, but their record is not showing. But they've been in close games literally every single game.
Just can't finish them.
They could easily be 4-0. You know, if you look at all their games. So So yeah, but all y'all had great choices. All right. So Tyrone, I'm gonna ask you this next question. Which team should be on upset alert this week?
You're gonna hate this. You're gonna hate this answer, but Cowboys. That's because the secondary again.
All right, so my answer to the question: the Arizona Cardinals. Another divisional game. San Francisco. Not too much tape on Trey Lance. You don't really know what to expect, so I don't know. It's like I said, divisional game, man. Especially NFC West, they're unpredictable. The Cardinals can finally, if they keep this game close, which they kind of been doing. Like I said, they didn't do it with the Rams and Titans, but other teams where they was expected to not keep it close, they've been keeping them close. They do that, San Fran might pull it out.
Surprisingly, this week, my upset alert, the Dallas Cowboys. Saquon is back. It's a division game. Daniel Jones he's been looking good this year. On the ground, in the air. They're a complete team with people fail to realize the Giants are really a complete team. Their defense is great. And their offense, Daniel Jones now has weapons. And what Saquon did last week was amazing. I just don't see Dallas blowing the Giants out like they're supposed to. And again, it's a division game. The Giants, they know these guys, and their plus this year is they have Jason Garrett.
All right, to piggyback on your Giants thing, yes, the Giants are a complete team, but the Giants still been the Giants. I mean, just because one week they showed us how not to be the Giants, don't mean I don't think they'll carry that for the rest of the week. And this was my sleeper team this year. On the NFC side, the Giants was my sleeper team this year. But that football team game, the Broncos, they can barely score. I was just like, and then I believe Shepard and Slayton are still out, correct? So if that's the case, they lost two huge weapons. I mean, I love Galladay, watched him in Detroit, another Detroit Lion left. I believe Evan Ingram is back. So they do have pieces on offense. It also depends. Are the Giants playing at home or on the road?
They on the road. But
Danny Dimes definitely plays better on the road than he does on the home. So
I was about to say, and if besides week one, what's been Dallas' Achilles heel all season so far? A quarterback that can break the pocket and run the ball.
Yeah, so I mean, I agree. I don't like I said, the Giants sometimes just show why they're the Giants.
And to another point, I went back and looked at their games. Giants are 2 penalties away from being 3-1.
But that's the Giants being the Giants.
Yeah, that's the Giants being the Giants, but they're 2 stupid penalties away from being 3-1.
Yeah. The Giants, they do look good on paper, like Carl, like all y'all said. They do look good on paper. You know, they're just not performing to that potential. You know, and the Cardinals, I had them on upset alert myself. Kyle Shanahan is waiting for this moment. He got a dual threat quarterback that he can like play with. Basically, it's like a toy to him when it comes to his play calling. So, and like he said, there's no tape on him. And the Cardinals are riding high after that Rams win. So I got them on upset alert myself. All right. And then my last question is for you, Carl. Now, we got all these teams out here, right? All these teams, a lot of teams out here, like you just said, the Giants could be 3-1. Somebody said that. The Vikings could be 4-0, right? It's a lot of teams that are underperforming. Which team you say this week has like a must-win game? Like they have to win this game to stay afloat.
I got the Pittsburgh Steelers, 1-3 in a loaded 3-1 division. They play the Broncos. I mean, you have to play the Ravens still twice. You still have to play the Browns twice and the Bengals one more time. So that's 5 games where you have to play tough competition. They have to win a game. 1-4 in the AFC North looks like a death trap. And the plus, like I believe Worm said earlier, Big Ben isn't the Big Ben we're used to, and they keep relying on him. And I wanted to piggyback on that. That Steelers O-line does not open holes for Najee Harris. So I believe that Pittsburgh owes James Conner an apology because they thought it was James Conner. No, they can't get any running game established because they can't open any holes. Not many running backs can gain 100 yards, 75 consistently with no holes. I'm sorry. It's hard to do, especially when you're in that division with those defenses.
I'm a must-win game this week. I'm gonna go with Kansas City Chiefs. Like I said, they have to reassert themselves in the top of the AFC. They playing an AFC dog in the Buffalo Bills. Bills got arguably a top 5 defense. Kansas City lose this week. We might be talking week 18, seeing Patrick Mahomes sitting at home.
I'm gonna go with Minnesota Vikings because right now they're 1-3. They're playing Lions right now, and then after they played Lions, they only got 2 more easy games after this. So if they lose this game, they're not in the playoffs. Period.
I like the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs one. I like both y'all answers. Definitely think the Vikings need to win the game because Green Bay can take off at any moment. You know, Green Bay can get hot, and then it's over. Making the wild card is pretty hard to do if you're 1-4 on that in the NFC. Just like the Steelers, it's hard to make the wild card at 1-4. Seeing all these 3-1 teams. I mean, some teams might beat each other down, but you don't want to have to fight that uphill battle. For the Chiefs, like you said, I don't think it necessarily means that Mahomes might be at home. What I think it means is that that defense might be worse than we're giving it credit for, and Mahomes can't even help them out by winning shootouts if they lose this Bills game. It all depends on when Josh Allen shows up, though.
It definitely do, but and to point back to Kansas City, starting off 2-3 ain't good, and they already at the bottom of the division, of a division that looked like powerful teams in the AFC rank.
I agree, but I also believe that the Chiefs can go 5-1 in that division easily.
Yeah, but they got to start this week.
I completely agree.
Yeah, it's gonna be a showdown this weekend: Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. That'd be a great statement win for the Chiefs, letting everybody know they're back. They're who we think they are, basically. All right. So that's it. That's the end of the first episode of the weekend special. All right. I want to thank Tyrone, Carl, and Donnell for doing this with me. Right. Any last word? Let's start off with Donnell.
Tyrone, it seems like you're a Cowboy hater, man. I don't understand. We trying to speak logic into this, but your hate for the Cowboys is strong, man. Just accept we 3-1. We look good. We're a Super Bowl contender. We may not go to the Super Bowl this year, but we're a contender. Let it go, Ty. Let it go.
Nah, I'm not hating on the Cowboys. I had Cowboys at number 3 right now out of top 5. So I'm not hating on them, to be real. They're the Cowboys. They're accident waiting to happen.
We can't keep going off the accident waiting to happen, man. Stop listening to Stephen A. Smith. You listen to him too much.
And just to piggyback off that, I'm an actual Cowboys hater, but I mean, when stuff like this, I gotta put my biases to the side. You gotta come with an objective opinion.
All right, awesome. All right, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next weekend. All right, thank you guys for staying to the end of the video. Now, before you leave, this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to like this video if you haven't done it yet. I want you to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done it yet. Share this video with someone you know that will be interested in listening to what we talked about today. And last but not least, hit the notification bell so you can make sure every time we upload a video, you'll be notified on YouTube. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.